All right, let's jump into Beginner's Boulevard because it's important to note that although we talk a lot in moneyline odds and American odds with the minus 200, plus 100, minus 110 odds with spreads typically like that, it's not the only way you'll see sports odds. There's decimal odds, which is what we're going to talk about right now. They're also known as European odds, and it's a different way to present odds than the Americans are used to. Sometimes goes by European odds, like I said, and it's how they're displayed in European sports books, and it's 1.8, let's say, and that 1 stands for the unit that you wagered, and then the point 0.8 afterwards is how much you would get in return. It's 80% of whatever you wagered. So if it's 2.8, you would get back 1.8 in return. And Brett, we have a perfect example of these decimal odds to talk about right now with the election coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, what a perfect time to talk about this. This is probably a huge betting market in some of these international markets, Higgins.
It is breaking records across the pond in the United Kingdom. I mean, the United States election obviously has big ramifications across the world, but we can't bet on our own elections in America. In Europe, though, they can bet on Brexit within the United Kingdom, which was an interesting previous record holder in terms of most money bet on an election, according to the CNN business article that I was reading. But as of Wednesday morning, over $284 million had already been wagered on the U.S. election, and they're going to take those bets until a winner is formally announced, and they're projecting that could get up over $400 million in bets.
That's a lot of money just in Britain, and then other countries got to be contributing as well. So lots of interest in the U.S. election, even outside the United States.
Yes, right now Biden is the favorite. In American odds, he'd be at minus 250. European decimal odds, that's a 1.4. So let's say you put $10 on Joe Biden, you would win back $14 basically because you're getting 40% back of return. But if you bet on Donald Trump and Donald Trump were to win, he's at plus 188 American odds or plus 2.8 decimal odds. So you would get back $28 if you made a $10 bet on that. So just an easy way to kind of break down decimal odds. Some may find it more easy to understand, some may find it a little more difficult.
Yeah, and it's good to understand this stuff because you never know. You could be in Europe betting on soccer matches, and you see decimal odds, and now you'll have a better understanding of what you're looking at. So it's always good to understand this stuff.
And I know at least with the Oregon Sportsbook, I can choose the way that my odds are presented to me. So if you like decimal odds more than the American odds per se, if the math just makes more sense to you, you can go into your settings and switch that up within your own sportsbooks.
Ah, that's nice. Go Oregon.